Welcome, everyone, to Chestnut Hill, home of the Boston College Eagles, where fans are quickly filling up Alumni Stadium in anticipation of a terrific clash we have ahead. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Florida State Seminoles taking on the Boston College Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Boston College lined up, ready to kick off and get things going. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lucas. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Seminoles offense will go to work first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense.
Oh, he's got some space. Gives him the big stiff arm. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd, but more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
Running to Green. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Quickly to the tight end. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Seminoles are marching down the field. Looking downfield on first down. And as he throws, the sure hands, it's Robinson. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and it's just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in their recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. The screen, and watch out. Oh, a lot of space. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And the Seminoles trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the play pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
Looking to get it in. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
And it's no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. So Boston College's offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And the Golden Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here's the handoff. Nice move to pick up yardage. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
This Boston College offense has it working. After run, now throw. Catch in the middle, it's Bond. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Lost the defense, he's wide open. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll go to the air. Going for 6. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give is to Williams. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Grab behind the line. It's White. Show him a little juke, and he's up to the 30 before he's brought down.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
The Seminoles lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Pittman. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Noles!
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a big play, 68 yards on the touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Martinez. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Snags a quick pass on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
To the ground with the back. Spins away from the defender. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Second down.
The Golden Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. blasted as he lets it go. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Boston College will send out the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Here's the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time.
And finally, this quarterback looks human. For one play, he has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm. And finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run play action. Fires left. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught. But how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Now facing a third and long. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
The Noles will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. On target to the left. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
To the air on first down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. From the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. Got a man. It's Richard. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it left. No one in the vicinity as he makes the grab. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. Motion from the back. The jet sweep pass. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast. Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Back's got it.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Fourth and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Quick strike through the air for the score.
You never know how it happens, but it happens. Defenses lose sight of those big, huge, pass-catching tight ends. You could tell there, maybe bit on the play fake a little bit too much. Lost him for a second. He takes care of the rest and gets the touchdown.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Got room to work. Got the 1st down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Grabbed over the middle. It's McCoy. And he's brought down after a nice game. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Got his man to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. It's a reverse. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
Back to pass. Gets rid of it. That's caught. It's Harris. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands. Let him do the rest.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They punted away on 4th down. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Pulls it in. It's Robinson. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. To the air, it's Castellanos. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Gets it to him on the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Caught over the middle. It's McCoy. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of down. Turning it on. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He wants it all. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Williams. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been taking in some scene there today in Chestnut Hill. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Alumni Stadium.
And the Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The give to the tailback. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. And the Golden Eagles are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Quarterback on the keeper. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Golden Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Bond. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
From the gun, looking for a man. Big guy smells it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
Love the play call by the offense. Love drag routes down this close to the goal line. First down, you're just trying to get an easy completion, catch and run, walk in, score. Defense made a nice play. They made the tackle, so now you got to turn the page. You got to find something here on second.
They're trying to slam it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this.
Touchdown, Boston College! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, too. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. An 84-yard drive there, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that 4th down and failing to convert there has to sting.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Finds his man. It's White. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What did you do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Hunt is on its way. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Gonna run it. It's Richard. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Completes it in the middle. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Franklin. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. That will be enough to move the chains and give him a first down in the red zone at the 14. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Catch in the middle. It's Richard. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense, I'm going to assess it. Like, where do I have a speed advantage? Is it a running back versus a linebacker? Is it a receiver versus a corner? Whatever it is, I'm going to find it. And you could tell it was the running back, and they took advantage.
Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up 1st and goal.
1st and goal now. Let's see what Boston College calls. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Boston College. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And there's no secret about it. Line up in goal line formation. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. My guys are more physical than you. 6 points on the play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Castellanos. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
These These are the places of defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Got it behind the line. It's Robinson. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grabbed behind the line, it's Davis. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out and in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And the Seminoles will hustle to the line. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Makes the grab, it's Robinson. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
But when you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him thinking I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, first down.
The Seminoles are on the move. He'll do it himself. Made a defender miss. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. The give is to Williams.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The inside handoff. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
On the direct snap, it's Williams. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. It's Williams. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To the air, it's Castellanos. They get to him as he throws. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Makes the He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8.
And you just wonder if this defense now is starting to feel it a little bit. They're a bit on their heels after that 4th down play to keep this drive going. Someone's going to have to step up here and stop the bleeding. They're only up by 1 possession.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about the speed on defense? Offense trying to get tricky, trying to run the quarterback outside, but the pursuit and the speed by this defense, they got to him quick.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the 3rd sack of the game for this unit.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And I think I understand the thought process of the offense here. You cut into the lead. Now a touchdown wins it. I might have stayed a little bit more aggressive, but they obviously trust their defense, and they're trying to get the football back to this offense and try to make plays late in the 4th quarter.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harris. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple yards.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Throws to the tight end. Working on the right. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get 1st downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Golden Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Makes the grab. It's Richard. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making. and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
And the Noles in a good spot here with second and short. Hand off from the shotgun. Powers through the defender. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Castellanos. Right on the money.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
The Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's White. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Man, and we've seen it in this game, even though his team is losing. This guy, time and time again, has been answering the bell. He's been throwing dimes all game long, and he comes up with another big completion there.
And defensively, I'm going to continue to think pass. They've trusted him all game long. He hasn't let him down. I'm playing for the pass. I'll react to everything else.
Got a man. It's White. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this two-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Unloads to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a two-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Touchdown, Florida State! They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner will be dragged down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.